We are live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here to continue the program from yesterday. Yesterday we're having serious technical issues from my end. I want to first of all apologize to my fellow Nigerians, my fellow compatriots all over the world, especially you, the viewers, that is waiting for this program every Wednesday. This program, this very topic is very sensitive. That some elements that I believe within the government is trying to sabotage it. But however, the show must continue. Our topic remains the same. Death sentence for corrupt politicians in Nigeria. We want to get your thought on this topic. We still have the same panelists from yesterday. They are here in the studio. I'm going to bring them. But before I do so, let me just quickly play a jingle so we can get right into the program for today. Death penalty. This is very important.
Where we are today,
we need to begin
in present
advocating
Nigeria,
for death
where
penalty.
people cannot feed. Now, the Nigeria government, thank God for Baba Olusegun Obasanjo, set up anti-grift, which is known as the EFCC, to go after the economic and financial crimes. But fortunately, lately, the EFCC have turned that place to their own industry where they can make money for themselves. This is the only country where you can recover the loot, and the loot again will be relooted. Abacha loot were recovered. A lot of money came from abroad to sympathize with us at home because we are in dear need of that money. Now, the money was relooted. Useless Emefiele, who now carry a Bible that is bigger than the world. That Bible will kill you, Emefiele. That Bible must kill you. Because you change the currency. A lot of people died on it. You ran trip our money with Mr. Yaro and the wife. Yaro were doing practically nothing. You will give him money on the apex rate. He will run trip the money. We have so much idiots, so much chiefs that we worship, have land in Banana Island, have Rolls Royce, have Ferrari, have everything. On the detriment of the common man's money, where ordinary Nigeria cannot pay. Emefiele, if there is reincarnation, you can never reincarnate again. You are a devil. You can only be described as Mamu Yakubu, who gave a chance to Asuwaju Bola Tinubu to put us in this continuation of mess of Buhari. I'm going somewhere. Now, Sahara reporter reported that over 120 billion has been recovered. As a matter of fact, Yaro, Mr. and Mrs. pleaded guilty for a lesser crime and returned 70 billion so that they can walk in the street. How can we continue to give plea bargain to undesirable common criminals, common thieves? Do you know the cause of armed robbery and kidnapping? The cause is from these individuals who steal our common patrimony, these politicians, this civil servant who is destroying the fabric of democracy in Nigeria. It's the cause of prostitution, it's the cause of drug, it's the cause of depression, it's the cause of every bad thing Nigeria is going through. I've been saying, nobody's listening.
You have been saying, and what you've said, sir, is the bitter truth. The cause of the problem in Nigeria emanate from all what you have listed. Let me bring my panelists to the studio. Chief Dr. Patrick Osage Magbon Eolo, otherwise known as Ultimate Equal, the father of the fatherless, the voice of the downtrodden, the voice of the voiceless in the society, the man that speaks the truth to power without being afraid of what might become of whatever he says to the public. Sir, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much, Prince Agmukoko Iwemade, Doctor. It is a pleasure being here again, and I want to also join your voice to amplify that indeed there were some technical glitches yesterday. So we sincerely apologize. We hope that your followers, your audience, will enjoy this topic with myself and Dr. MD Chief.
Thank you, sir. Let me bring Chief MD to the studio. Chief MD, you are welcome to the studio. I'm sorry
Thank you
once
very
again for yesterday.
Oh, apology not needed. Thank you very much for inviting me. I mean, people call him Chief. Some people call him ultimate equal. May I call him my brother? I don't know anything else. It's my brother. So his family to me. So I apologize in case in the due caution. Now, please, audience, don't take offense that I'm not addressing it properly, like chief or ultimate. Now, my brother.
No
So,
offense at all. No offense. It's all about love.
so I did not use the audience. Just the guy who said my brother. That's my brother. So, audience, me I know this. Chief Patrick is a friend and a dear brother and a mentor who's given every inch of support to me when I attempted and I tried to run for the governor of Edo State. Not only did he house me, anytime in Benin, he fed me, he housed me in his hotel without paying penny and encouraged me as much as possible. And so it's an honor and privilege to share the platform with him. So thank you so much, sir, for coming as well and
Thank you
giving.
so much, MD, for your kind word. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm going to start my first question with you, Chief Dr. Patrick Osagimabo Eolo. In many countries around the world, corrupt politicians are sentenced to death by hanging. Do you believe it is time for Nigeria to implement similar thing?
Well, I think that, like I said yesterday, I've been a member of Amnesty International for over 25 years. And when I was a member, I also know that I was against death sentence at a point of my life because I felt that if one innocent person is killed among 1 million people, it's an offense. And, you know, it will be very sad. And I didn't really believe that, that there will be a death sentence. That it's better we commit people into life sentence. But little I know that, what I was doing was, encouraging the politicians in my country, Nigeria, to steal very primitively. So after visiting China and seeing how the Chinese people behave, seeing how they are well mannered, I asked questions and I went to their library. I had what do you call an app to interpret the Chinese language to me. So I didn't really know anybody. So when I put in certain things, titles, subject, and all that, it speak back to me in English. So I want to understand why the Chinese people, uh, are brought back death sentence because there were a time like this in China, in Tiananmen Square, when people were tired of the government, they wanted to, see how they can bring a better change for themselves. And the Chinese government, because they were dictators, they roll out a lot of tanks. The same way this Tinubu administration and this, police that we have who think that their duty is to protect bad regimes. And the guy said, you can kill us. The famous picture, Chinese guy who says in front of armored car, he said, kill us, you want to kill us. And the soldiers, they refused to put the trigger. You know, they joined the protester to ensure that their demands were met. So after those things, and they had to sit down to say, well, the people have been shortchanged. The people are in the street because they're not getting what they deserve. As citizens, what do we do? Few people are looting. Now let us come with a measure that's going to be serious, going to be tough. They come out with death sentence. Because their population were increasing, like Nigeria population is increasing. Today we're about 220, 230, 250. We are the only country who is so backward, who doesn't even know the statistics of our population. Every other country know the numbers of their citizens. We don't know it. Because if you put money for census, the politicians and some civil servants will just divide the money and share it. We are very intellectual. We are very smart people. But something is wrong with us at home. That's why we see whenever we go out overseas, we excel. So finally, I started doing the billboard because when I see that these guys were not ready to change, we have some guys who will steal money, they will put it under above the ground in the tank. We have some who will bury the money in the grave. We have some who will steal money and buy a house they will not live, build libraries they cannot even read the books, build pool they cannot swim. Why are you stealing this money when people are stealing? So I said, okay, fine. If we agree collectively together, we can be shouting. Anybody who does not believe in this, who doesn't follow me, I'm not holding you responsible. I don't blame you, but I will, in my own conclusion, suggest that you are either benefiting from the politicians, or they are your in-law, or you are related to them somehow, or to the police and the customs officer and immigration officers who are thieves in this country. And then don't buy my idea of a death sentence. But if you know that you want Nigeria to change, that the suffering is too much, you want infrastructure, you want roads, you want insurance, good health care, jumbo pay for police and judges and nurses and doctors, um, you know, school fees abolished, free, and etc. You must support my cause for a death sentence because Nigeria is on the stage that if we watch it slowly, we don't do anything from now till 5 years. I don't want to be a prophet of doom. Nigeria is going to go into extinction. Nigeria is going to be doomed because of the rate people are stealing primitively. That is why we must introduce death sentence.
Thank you so much for that wonderful illustration. Chief MD, Chief
Yeah.
MD, same question to you, sir.
Yes, yes,
Do
I can
you
hear
do
you.
you believe it is time for Nigeria to implement similar laws concerning death penalty or death sentence to corrupt politicians in Nigeria?
It's a laudable idea that I know it will not work. Not only will it not work in Nigeria, it will not even work in the whole of Africa. I'll give you my own reasons. Number one, if you look at the EFCC, is that my mic? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, okay. It's Chief Mike. If you look at
Yeah.
the formation of EFCC, they have not successfully persecuted anyone. They've only used it, weaponized it against their political enemy. At the moment you join their party, your crime is forgiven. Femi Fanika, the person in question. You understand? And the FCC are now being weaponized. And the FCC is so bad right now. They are set up to go after financial crime in the government. However, they are going after individual people. They leave the local government that steal the whole money of that local government to go into that local government to go and arrest one small boy. I'm not condoning the Yahoo boys or all the they are harassing people. If you drive luxurious cars on the street, they are harassing people, questioning your source of income. What happened to NSAR? NSARs were orchestrated with the mindset of thievery. They were harassing, stealing people, telling people to open their bank account, open their laptop, checking their phone. Where is the death sentence to those people? Let alone we're talking of politicians that appointed them or the politician. The reason why I say will not work is this. Nigeria as a whole, the population were the electorate are well uninformed. They are not informed about the democratic process they pretend to involve themselves in. They are not informed about their powers of their vote to vote somebody in and also to vote somebody out. Another thing, all Nigerians to an extent, I'll say close to 80%, are very Nigerian. I'm talking Nigerians, even some in the diaspora, are very gullible, very tribal, and deeply flawed religious hypocrites. Deeply flawed religious hypocrite to the borderline of foolishness. Take case in question. Last administration, Buhari came in. There's no area of Nigeria that did not celebrate Buhari, the coming in of Buhari. Hey, this man, for one single reason, an ex-soldier, he can deal with terrorism brewing. Terrorism skyrocketed under Buhari more than any other administration. To the point, there are people in Dubai financing terrorism in Nigeria. The Dubai government, they were not committing crime in Dubai. The Dubai government arrested them, tried to send them to Nigeria, saying these people are financing instability in your country. Buhari government did nothing. Buhari is so bad. a so tribalistic, ignorant, and religious bastard, he used the tribal and religious thing to enslave even the North. You would think the 8 years of Buhari, the North would have benefited. They are far more impoverished. The whole 8 years, there was not once a Northern came out and criticized Buhari or criticized the government. 8 years. Buhari is the president and also the minister of petroleum. Buhari, estimated by Forbes magazine, is one of the richest politicians in Africa, worth $8 billion. To the point, ordinary service boy, the person they serve Buhari cup of tea, worth trillions of naira. Now, the moment you now say, let's prosecute Buhari, they not to rise and say it's our brother. But they are now crying against Tinubu. Now, let's flip the coin. Let's say we want to go after Tinubu. Do you think the West will agree that even if it was the Yoruba man that tried to prosecute Tinubu, do you think the West will accept that? Imagine if it's an Igbo man is the president. Let's just take that. Not even Buhari was leaving the office, he even threatened the incoming government that they dare not call him to anything or else the country will blow up. 8 years. Every part of the government, they borrowed money for everything. They borrowed money to the extent few weeks of Buhari leaving, borrowed $800 million for emergency, whatever one thing they say they need the money for. $800 million. For what? This is after the election. Tinubu have already won, not yet sworn in. Why are you borrowing $800 million for? So how do you prosecute that? What we need to do is very simple. We cannot prosecute the politician if we allow them to also control the law with total impunity. We should have similar thing they do like in America. Let each state have an electoral commissioner for judge or justice. That's an electoral position, just like the governor, attorney general of the state. Let it be a political office, not an appointed office. Let it be more than 4 years of the governor's time. Let it be 5 years or 3 years. That they run every 3 years. Let that attorney general of that state now be responsible for the law and order of that state, just like the state governor. And watch what will happen. The death sentence, let's for argument's sake, look at what happened in the last election. You have people back in the days, just 10 years ago. Let me say 10 years, not too long. Judges are highly respected. Judges are treated like mini God. The other day I watched a woman, one of the Supreme Court judge, who said people are avoiding her like a plague, like disease, because of their judgment in the Peter Obi and Tinubu election saga. Just imagine the level of depravity that a judge who swore on an oath. It's only in Nigeria you didn't contest. Look at the former Senate president. He did not contest in the general election because he was contesting for president, but returned back to Senate without contesting. Somebody contested, won that election. He went to court, and the court awarded him a Senate seat when he has vacated the seat according to the Constitution to contest for president.
Thank you. Let me bring back, let me just quickly play another video.
Well, you know, I am glad that recently the government of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has increased, is trying to increase the wages of the judiciary, especially the judges, with about 300%. I support that. And that's also be done to the police and the soldiers, you know, where people receive, you know, a better minimum wages. Maybe that one can take them away from corruption, because You have a lot of judges in this country who do not care about ethics or their profession. They are very corrupt judges. Because before you can give a plea bargain for somebody to return 70 billion as a judge, we are not stupid. It means that your interest is already there. You're already a billionaire. And the prosecutor is already a billionaire. The unmerited senior advocate thieves who are the problem of this country are already billionaires. So you people should stop your nonsense. Because if you people think what you are doing, then you're going to go free, your children will pay for this crime you are committing. I'm not insulting you. If you know you are free, then it's not a personal something. But if you know that you are conspiring with other agencies to destroy Nigeria, to deny your children's future, to deny us hospital, to deny us good roads, to deny us infrastructures and etc., the cost is on you. Whatever money you take as bribe to subvert the will of the people, it will cost you and your family cancer. You people will be sleeping and dying on diaper. Those who cannot eat will even better than you people. That's my cost on you. And that's why I said the churches should be reduced so we can be using Ogun. That anybody who is doing something contrary to a citizen, the Ogun kill that person.
That was very spiritual. Chief Dr. Patrick. Chief Dr. Patrick, you went so spiritual on that very particular video I just shown to our audience all over the world. Could you explain why you went that spiritual when it comes to why you take it so personal when it comes to the issue of death sentence for corrupt politicians in Nigeria? Why are you taking it so personal? I think he's probably having some kind of it's reconnecting, having some kind of technical glitches. Okay, anyway, let me just move on. When he comes back, we'll ask him that question. Chief MD, let me move on to. Okay, he's back. Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Can you
Your
hear
mic
me?
is acting funny here.
Chief MD, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
Yes,
can
I can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Mic is acting funny here.
Okay, MD can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's fine. I'm squishing.
Okay. My question was, why are you taking it so personal when it comes to the issue of death penalty on corrupt politicians?
Well, I don't think it's personal. I'm only here as also with my respected MD. I mean, we have a lot to do. It's not because we want to become more famous and we don't have anything to do. That's why we're your show. You see, the soul of Nigeria is what we are all trying to rescue, even including you, who is playing the host tonight, right? So first of all, I cause a Mefele. If there's reincarnation, he will never reincarnate. He's going to perish in hell. You know, a Mefele has some group of people who he can make a billionaire on the detriment of us in a day. Mr. and Mr. Yaro, they are not doing for a living. Nobody know that. They returned back 120 billion. It's on record. You see, I'm not a rabble rouser. I'm a researcher. Before I come out of my mouth, I'm willing. I'm open to any litigation. It was reported in Sahara Reporter. It has not been debunked. It has not been argued by the failed EFCC chairman who boasted that if he doesn't arrest Yaya Bello over the looting of 84 billion, he will resign. The disgraceful man is still there today, hunting Yahoo boys and drawing debt reconciliation for boyfriend and girlfriend. What an abysmal failure. Do you know that EFCC is supposed to be on the level of KGB or FBI or my fight? I mean, MD is aware of that. That's how the institution was set up. It was set up to go after civil servant, government, politicians, economic, financial fraud.
Crimes.
Not because I'm a collegian. I don't give a fuck about them. They should get a job or get a life. You know what I mean? But 120 billion that was recovered, 54 billion were divided among ministers and EFCC personnel. I am saying that because I'm quoting Sahara Reporter. And I know that with the likes of Showore So whether will not be a part of Sahara Reporter, and then people will be writing some false things that is not credible or is not verifiable because so what also know they can't do that in America. If you do it here, his house will be sued. So I'm angry. Why would the man change the color of money? The money was not accessible. People got naked in the bank. People got killed. Some bank got burned just because of a particular man's selfish interest. What do you need to amass that money for? Do you know how much Emefiele has returned so far with his family? I mean, that is preposterous. So if you are not going to be angry on such a thing, I don't know what makes you angry. Because for us, who are very kind, who are very lovely, who want an egalitarian society, who want the good for every other person in Nigeria, who wants to live and let other people live, the only way we can express ourselves because we are full of love is, sometimes we just bust out. You know, we tell people what's wrong with you. They want me. They play. You would learn hard. That's the way we curse. That's why I'm cursing people. Not because I enjoy people. I'm a very responsible person. Listen, do you know how old I am as a carry placard? I've been there, done that, as the American would say it. Okay, I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? I'm a sage in any European country. Go and look for the definition of sage. And go back to America. Go and look for the definition of an OG, original gangster. so, so when I bust out like that, it has getting to me. I'm angry. I'm frustrated because I'm using the little I have, to assist people. When some guy tried to play down on me, I went back to 25, 26, 27 years ago on videos that I did. How I donated inverters to hospitals, to police stations. How I went to university to stop naughty professor that they should open the girls' brain and close their legs. How I've been fighting one government and the other. You think I enjoy fighting? I am pained that my people are eating in dustbin. Like what Umaru Diko that will never be born again, who took a refugee in London that was almost brought back with a cage.
Gasket, yeah,
Yeah,
gasket.
it's something Nigerian people are eating in the dustbin. He will not know Nigeria is suffering. Now, it has come to pass. Nigerians are eating in the dustbin. And then the other one that failed abysmally, Buhari, who was taste of power, he said, if Nigeria don't kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. Everything they are saying is coming to pass. It's true prediction. Is corruption not killing Nigeria today? So, if we want to make Nigeria work, you must support my cause. You must appeal to Nigeria that this is SOS they call it. I'm crying out that the
Save
only
us.
way we can have a better future for our children or the yet unborn one is to introduce a death sentence, no matter who you are, because the judges will learn. Because the judges have survived away. They've taken a vote to the highest bidder. The judges are part of the criminality in this country. And the politicians and the godfather, they collectively come together, and build some courthouses for us and appoint their true judge. Let me tell you something. If a man build your judiciaries and appoints your lawyers and your judges, hey, you're in trouble because they are working for them. It's like a mafioso. Nigeria is acting like a mafioso, like what happened in the 70s during the time of Lucky Luciano and Al Capone in America. This is what these guys are playing with us now. And couple of that, you also now have some disgraceful pastors like, sorry, I'm not debating, I'm angry, like Apostle Suleiman, and my wife said, COVID-19 should remain. Oh, how can the pastor say that? And the other one again, one that idiot who is selling soap that the very dark man is fighting with that online called
Pastor Jeremiah.
government has failed us. They've so played with the human encephalon that everybody is now running to 419 pastors. Pastors who cannot write, who cannot read, who did not even go to school. They are doing all kind of magic. Remember, whether you like the Bible or not, it said, my father's house has been turned to a den of thieves. You remember that quote? So I'll leave the floor for MD so you can continue.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Chief Dr. Patrick Osage Iolo. Chief MD, would death penalty help reduce corruption in Nigeria, in your own opinion? We want to get your thought on that.
As passionate as my brother has presented this, I don't see how that would work. Number one, Nigeria is so manipulated that the innocent will be the ones that will be targeted. The innocent will be the one that will be victimized. The innocent are the one they're going to blackmail to kill. Just look at the current crop of the House of Assembly and our Senate. Look at the leader of the House of Assembly passing a law that if you don't recite the national anthem, you can go to jail for 5 years or 10 years with 5 million naira fine. And there's no way in that very statement say we need to put a law that every law members show their patriotism to the country by putting Nigerian first, or else you will go to jail. Nothing like that. It's only you they are pointing the finger to. They're not legislating for the betterment of the country or the people. These are the people who want to now write a law. Who are they supposed to be the lawmaker? That there should be a death sentence for them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to. The thing we can push that is more realistic is this: we should either adopt any foreign religion should immediately be banned from our body politics. Let's also get rid of Islam and Christianity from our body politics, and then institute our traditional religion, and let anybody who wants to serve swear with their traditional religion. That is even more realistic than a death sentence law. And let those who say they are Muslim, they are Christian, they can't swear because they don't believe in Ogun, then don't serve. Don't serve. Go and worship your foreign gods and your foreign religion. I'm a traditionalist. I'm a traditional person. If I have the grace to be in the public space of office, I remember when I was running for governor, I said all the people that is going to take position in my administration will swear with Ogun. If you can't swear with Ogun, then you are not ready. Because we've seen people who swear with Quran. The most despicable, tribalistic, ignorant man, Buhari, whom pretend to be self-righteous, is the biggest thief in Nigerian politics. He prays 5 times a day. He swear by the Quran. He pretends, or even Obasanjo said it, it's a pretentious that pretend to be holier than thou. But he's the biggest thief. How can you pray 5 times a day? Where is in that your Quran that it's okay for you to steal people's future, destiny, and hope? Look at Oshibanjo, who is an ordained pastor and a lawyer, a barrister. It's ordained pastor in Redeem for 8 years, not once, even after they've left the office, did he voice out any disapproval of anything, pretend as if they achieved something. He come and stand the podium and speak big jargons, foolish grammar without basis, and speak big grammar, whereas he's sitting every day next to a thief. A thief. They are both thieves. Look at I saw a picture, the 6 top security officers with this crazy bastard Buhari. The whole lineup, they were praying. And each one of them refused the audit of their security account. The army refused to audit their account. All of them refused. And I look at these things.
But still, they were praying to Allah.
Exactly. And you know the most deprived area in Nigeria, the most deprived people in Nigeria are the same people who their leaders have religionized them with a foreign religion, the Arab religion. It's in the north. The level of even go and look at in Daura Buhari house when they show it on the news where the right want to go and attack it. Even his road, he did not even take the common sense to tie the road, to beautify the area. His house is so big and built up like a jar. As long as he is comfortable, them everybody else. Any little thing you see the northerners screaming, Aram and this, oh, you're attacking our brother. Your brother has kept you in perpetual poverty. You have more northern leaders. You have more northern states. You have more northern ministers. You have more northern people in position of body politics. They are the enemy of Nigeria.
Thank
And
you.
this is what many of us don't want to talk about. The day that we come to realize that the northern people have a different agenda, that is not one Nigeria, then we are not ready to have a Nigeria. We should just go our separate ways.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief MD. My next question and the last question goes to Chief Dr. Patrick Osagimagbon Eolo. What is the most effective solution to combat widespread corruption in Nigeria, in your own opinion, sir?
There is nothing more effective, efficient than placing a very, very high condition on a citizen. Nigeria must come out unanimously. If it has to be debate uh, in the House of Rep, we will not get there. They are going to likely sound like my brother MD. If it goes to Senate, we will not get there. What we need to do is a referendum. It's people to speak, people to say, do we want to conduct like this? In a country where a senator admitted that he got 21 million naira monthly, we are using 2 billion naira to pay salary for senators who cannot move file. And you are saying that we should continue like that? A country where Akpabio, senior president, will probably say and gladly say, let them go and be protesting in the street. We are going to be eating at home. A country where Akpabio was under investigation, he now become a senior president. A country where Nuru Nibado were prosecuting Tinubu, and today Nuru Nibado is not the
Exactly.
NSA.
NSA,
You know, so
NSA.
yeah, so that is why it is important. We the people, because when you say the people are the government. Those there, they, whether they were elected or selected, they were there as a caretaker, an appointee, because everybody cannot pilot the plane. You only have one pilot in the plane, an assistant captain in the plane, and you also have a captain in the ship. He's the one that pilot the ship, but you also have his co-assistant. But we all cannot pilot a ship together. That is why we elect or select somebody to be there. Listen, MD can be a president of this country, not even a governor, because I've had a deep conversation with him when MD told me in his own word that he's not a leader. He doesn't want to be approached as a leader. He's a visionary. You see, what these people don't know, we have leaders that are corrupt. We don't have visionary like MD. You see, it is not the man that get the job done in the office. It's not the title of the man, but it's the man actually that do the job. Now, the three of us here now, I'm sure that we traveled almost all parts of the European country and American country. I know Agbonkan when you were in America, California. I know you when you were in Calgary. I know where you were in Toronto. I know where you were in London. You are a United Nations man. I also know MD is a red passport holder. He has traveled everywhere. But some people will go through the four corner wall of institution to go and learn. They will only learn what the white people tell them they should learn. And that's why sometimes I refer to them as educated illiterate. We have
That's
so
right.
many educated illiterate in our country. Listen, it is not nothing shameful about it. I do not have a university degree. I do not have a privilege to even attend secondary I went to adult school in Canada. All right. So for me, I'm not a pretentious person, but today I can tell you, I can educate the educators because I went to the school of hard knock. I'm a PhD
Agree.
holder, what they call street science. You know what I mean? So most of these guys are daft. How can you have a country that cannot persecute Yaya Bello? You can find a Yahoo boy to bust his door and arrest him. How can you have a country that cannot persecute a Betu Ido, whatever her name is? It's a woman who allegedly took uh, 37 million, misappropriated, sent 550 million to her account on the last African Cup of Nations. I broke the news. I can send you the tape. It's verifiable. She was sitting with Tinubu in Paris Hotel.
You are mute. You are muted. Sorry. You are muted. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
How do you think the job better? When all the thieves and all the crook are surrounded by Asuwaju Bola Tinubu, when a state that we are, SC Olumu in Lagos, a thug, a very no thug, has an entourage that is bigger than his governor entourage. Where are we going? How do you think we're going to succeed? So we must do a referendum. Sorry, I took you round 60 to say we the people must speak. Do we want to continue like this, or do we want to pronounce a death sentence? That is what Chinese people does. If you steal in China, the bullet of your execution, your family will pay for it. If your family are poor, they can't pay for the bullet. They will take a tank, an armor tank. They will take it to the marketplace. They will take it to light. It will come out from your body. So anybody that experienced that kind of thing will learn. Huh? Did you not know when Oyenusi was killed? We were still young. Did you not know when Anini Lawrence Omanyagmo was terrorizing Edo State? They feared they were death sentenced and they were shot to death. So if you are going to be stupid, your mother will tell you when. That's what we're doing. That is what we need to do to this politician. Look at the man who was Accountant General. Look at how much he sold. He sold 170 billion. He returned back 90 billion, and he was given a pardon, a plea bargain. So the judges are thieves. If a judge give you a pardon to return 90 billion out of 120 million you stole, meaning the judge have 5 billion, meaning the unmerited sons have 5 billion, meaning the prosecutor have 5 billion, meaning the police have 5 billion. They share the money. Many EFCC have their own share. We cannot continue like that. We need to introduce death sentence so we can save this nation. This nation is dying. And they beg with you. You are a voice in this country. Join this my crusade. Let me convince you, please. Let us introduce death sentence. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Dr. Osage Agbo-Iolo. I know you are very passionate about this, and I can feel it. I can hear it from your voice. And you said you are not, you didn't go to university, but I must tell you on this program, you are more than a professor. What you've been doing on behalf of the downtrodden, on behalf of the Nigerians, on behalf of the less privileged in the society, sir, you are more than a professor. If you probably have went to the four walls of the university, you probably could have been compared to Wole Soyinka. I must tell you that on this program. I respect you,
Thank
and
you.
I always salute.
Thank
Chief
you. Thank
MD,
you. Thank you.
Chief MD, what is the most effective solution? The same question goes to you. What is the most
Yes.
effective solution to combat widespread corruption in Nigeria, in your own opinion?
And so reimagine our democracy. This Western democracy is not working for us. It's not. The way the Western democracy has been fashioned has not included our Nigeria. The oldest democratic process we have is in how the Oyole will appoint their king and everything. I think we can reimagine our democratic process and reimagine our alternative. Just look at separation. I know that's a topic for another day. Sorry for digressing. I don't see this current Nigerian government or this current contraption working because the mitigating circumstances against the success of this current contraption working is so much higher than the greater good that it will produce. So unless you are supporting the continuous corrupt motive of this current contraption, there's no way out. You're not going to progress, number one. And number two, there's no way out. If you let's even say we're going to start today. The moment you say you want to start prosecuting, let's say from the head of state, the thing they need to do, which they will not do, is to remove the immunity for serving public servants, from president all the way down to the local government councillor. Remove that immunity and open them up for prosecution, because they say you can't prosecute them until after they finish serving. But they cause the damage and then bribe and pay their way through being prosecuted. Many of them leave the governorship mansion, they go straight to Senate, they're still serving. So if we want to even look at it that, okay, we can eradicate Islam and Christianity from our, because that is one of the biggest things they used to steal from us. They put religion before our front. Then let's leave that. How about remove that immunity? And if they're not going to remove immunity, I'm advocating for military rule. If they're not going to remove that immunity, then we should call in the army right now to come and reimagine Nigeria. During the 8 years of Buhari, 8 years of Babangida, let me break something down. 8 years of Babangida is still the best 8 years Nigerians have ever had. I'm not a fan of Babangida. Look at what he did in the Tinubu line that he built Lagos. All the bridges, Babangida did it. He fixed the road, schools. Within 8 years, he built Abuja, a new federal government, a new capital state from nothing. Federal capital from nothing. The Naira was strong, oil was strong, security was robust. Life was good. Even though Babangida was corrupt, his level of corruption was a tight play compared to what is happening today. Are we better off under Babangida, or we better off under this so-called democratic process? If we are not going to remove the immunity from public servants, then we should go back to military rule. Let us just know we're under military rule. We have no right, because the military produce.
Yes, you are very right, my brother Chief MD.
When
the military they did way better than the civilians.
1 minute. When Anini was terrorizing Edo State, it's only one phone call. Producer Anini told or else your head is on the plate. Now we have terrorists threatening, not just threatening the Nigerian government, spreading their caliphate all over. Go to my own little Odogbe village. Many of my cousins can't go to farm because they say there's one herdsman in the farm. People kidnapping people, threatening them that if they come back to their own farm, they will be killed.
Do you actually know, Chief MD? Babangida gave ultimatum to the state, the commissioner of police in the Edo State, to produce Anini or face the consequences. Yes. Anini was produced within a week.
Exactly.
That was a direct order from the president, from Babangida. So, I mean, when you talk about military, for me, I'm not a fan of the military. But to be honest with you, I'm beginning to align with people like you who are asking for military to take over the country. Because the military, they favor us more than the civilian. Look at Ibrahim Traore. Look at Ibrahim Traore. I'm beginning to envy Burkina Faso for the past few weeks when I see what is going on in Burkina Faso. Are you aware? Are you aware now? Burkina Faso is going to be launching their first satellite to space by the end of this year. The satellite will enable them to see the movement of terrorists around Burkina Faso as a country. The satellite will enable them to see the rain when it's going to be rain. There's going to be rain in Burkina Faso for farmers to be able to focus. Yeah, to focus there. They are launching the satellite from Burkina Faso soil, made and manufactured in Burkina Faso.
Yes.
It's not China, not Russia. It's not going to be launched from Russia. It's going to be launched from Burkina Faso.
It's independent.
So for me, I'm beginning to align my voice. I don't care whatever becomes after then. I'm beginning to align myself with those who are asking that it's time for our young military officers to wake up in Nigeria. I'm beginning to align my voice.
This is what I had. I can't say it's tentatively fact. Do you know how dangerous, how wicked Buhari was to the country? All the top military that's supposed to excel to the top general, they are from the south. Younger, some of them under 50. Buhari retired all of them and brought in back some old retired 70-something back into the service. And then all the so-called repentant Boko Haram flood them into the army and give them higher position. How can this kind of country function? But you see, the point is, when I said Nigerians were either hypocrite, coward, or tribally ignorant, and we allow our tribalism to cover our common sense of intelligence. Because what I say now, some people in the north will take it like, oh, I'm attacking the northerners, or I'm attacking Muslim, or I'm attacking. No, I'm attacking unpatriotic Nigerians who have used Islam, who have used the northern agenda, who have also used Christianity to keep us divided. If we are not embracing our traditional religion, let's forget religion. Because
Well,
what I'm saying is very clear.
I also know that you have also mentioned that you are into the practice of ATR, which is the African traditional religion. You see,
Absolutely.
uh, those dudes brought Christianity and Islamic for us, brought it in to divide us. Do you know that in Dubai, you cannot close road and pray? You go to a functional office in Abuja, one Muslim will tell you they will close the street that they are praying. Which God are you praying to? Close the whole street. The same thing with these gullible Christians here. People like Apostle Suleiman. The other one who Yediko said, God, come to drink tea with him. What happened with us? They took our brain
They
from
did
us.
it
People have been so
in
foolish and
Lagos,
myopic.
in a
Eh?
busy town. Closed.
Eh? How can Oyedepo said he want to go and have the tea with Jesus Christ? Why? How? Oyedepo is the only one that have had the pop and tea with Jesus Christ. And people believe. Oyedepo said he's traveling
Is
to
that is
America.
that real? Is that real or just
Oh, it's true now. That's what he said. The videos are out there.
you
Maybe he's having dementia. That's what he said.
yeah,
And people
I
still
think
believe
it's I
that.
think I think it's having dementia.
Yeah, I can say how can you and look at even Dubai. Dubai is so beautiful. Mecca is so beautiful. You are going to Mecca, spending 90 billion for money to go and stone the devil. It's not a misplaced priority when the devils are in Senate, and Astor Rock, and in Astor Rep. We can just carry a stone there and stone them. You have to pay for a flight with 90 billion to go and stone devil. That's why some of them don't come back. The last Hajj now, over 200 and some people died, Nigerians, in the last Hajj, just from the hits. They died on the hits because they want to go and stone devil. Because they
And
misplaced
and
priority.
actually they were the devil. That's why they were that's
Yes.
why they died there.
Yeah. Some of them when they are going, they take cocaine to go and sell there. Some of them they are going there with their own experience. And some of them also going to Israel to go and play. When Israelis themselves doesn't even believe in Jesus Christ. And the pastor will give you
Sad.
sticker. Say, put this car in your car. And when they
That
are
puts it
sick, they give you olive oil to put in your head. But when the person are sick, they go to Rome or Paris to go and treat themselves. And
thank you.
they're just so foolish to a fault. And they hate the likes of me or MD or you who will try to educate them. Like me now. Some people told me the other day that what do I know? I didn't have a university degree. Are you mad? What has university done for anybody? How many people have university here? I have the best doctor. I have the best lawyer. I have the best architect. I live. I'm almost 60 years old. Look at me. I still have my full teeth. You are saying that education? What's education? Education is good. It's just a light of education. It's just a light of a nation. It confines you, teach you what you want to know. Look at the big names all over the world. Some of them don't have a master. Some of them don't even have, a university degree. And our people keep forging certificates to show that I am a graduate of this. This is where we are getting it wrong. Let people be what they want to be. There are farmers in America that is richer than even the president. There are people who went to just college, they become an IT student, a computer expert. There are people who, in various worlds. So we cannot just focus all these things on education. That is why in a joint election, I told them that Adam Oshomoles should stay away. Osage Zeamu should stay away. Lucky Mason should stay away. All those gladiators, they all should stay away and let Okpebolo be his man. For a man to rise to become a senator, he has tried. Let the community to make that mistake before he gets to perfection. If you cannot debate in Queen's English, not be Oyibo man banana, let him use broken English.
You can
or make
use
it use the chat.
Brooklyn or Pidgin English or even his
Now
own
what it
native
don't
language.
matter now. If you interview today, Russia president, now Russia they speak. If you interview the world lord Benjamin and China, now Jewish language they speak. If you interview Berlusconi of Italy, now Italian they speak. Now only Nigeria will they fake the phone. Even some people they try to fake some font of English to me. I said, man, no, man. When I talk American with you, I lost you. It's like MD speaking Britain English. You will lose you. You will disappear. You will not hear again. Now have a cup of tea.
Thank you so much. Let me just play this last video before I give both of you 2 minutes for your closing statement.
I've been saying, nobody's listening. We must introduce back a death sentence to any politician who is culpable of stealing our money. Any civil servant, any military officer, any police, any soldier, any citizen who play with their intelligence, any oil bunker, people who steal oil to the white people, pastors who are preaching the wrong message to the citizen. We need to do a death sentence. We are postponing a doom day in Nigeria. How can a country will not want the children to excel? My prayer in my life is that the life I have lived today, may God Almighty, with His infinite mercy, let my children be better than me. That should be a prayer of every responsible parent. But now the Nigerian parents are competing with their children. They want their life to be better off. If you have used your life and you are using your children and using your grandchildren life, then what hope do you have for future Nigerians? I challenge the EFCC chairman who said if Dodo is not arrested, he's going to resign his job. I challenge you today to disgracefully submit your resignation letter, or I will personally take it to court. You have been accused on a front page of newspaper that 120 billion has been recovered. The EFCC, in collaboration with some politicians, some ministers of Asuwaju Bola Tinubu, divided 54 billion. I'm going to attach the Sahara Reporter news, the article to this my program, because I speak with facts. I don't just come out and say what I don't know, because I have the fact available. That's why I'm challenging the EFCC chairman to either resign or look for those people who share the loot of 54 billion out of that 120 billion. Enough is enough. And yet, you will have the infantry, you have the courage to tell us that we cannot end bad governance. You guys are lying. We are going to protest until we have good governance in Nigeria. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Dr. Patrick Osagimagbo Eolo, otherwise known as Ultimate Equal, sir. I want to refer to what you just said, that someone was telling you the other day that what are you saying? What do you know? You didn't go to university. But let me tell you on this program, on this day, and I want it to be on the record, that what you have done and what you are doing for the Nigerian people, for your society, for humanity, you are more than a professor. You do not need a professor, you do not need a doctorate degree to do what you are doing. You speak eloquently. You express the feelings of the common man in the society. You speak truth to the power. How many professors in Nigeria dare to do that? How many professors there can come out today and say they are challenging the authority? How many professors? None. The only person we used to have was Wole Soyinka until he sold his birthright to Tinubu. So, my dear brother, my friend, my political leader, I am telling you, no matter what anybody tell you, never allow them to bring you down. Continue to soar higher.
Can
You
I
are
just can
doing
I just add
wonderfully
to
well
that?
on behalf of Nigerians, on behalf of the generations yet unborn. What you are doing, you are not doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for Nigerians and generations yet to come. I know you very well.
Can I have?
You are God has made
Thank you.
you. You
MD,
are
you
a
can go
self-made
ahead.
man. I'm coming, MD. You
Oh,
are a self-made man.
let me have
You are a
something
self-made
before you
man,
digress
and you
too
do not
much.
need
Hold on,
that.
Comrade Prince. Slow down. You before you digress too much. The thing you are saying things that I appreciate, but you're not getting to the meat of it in describing my brother. I think I know him better than you do. And you see,
Carry on.
even the Bible, you see, knowledge can be acquired. One of the mystery and one of the most foolish thing that the colonization did to us is to say Western acquired knowledge is the pinnacle of knowledge. You understand? And knowledge is acquired by life. Back in the days, they don't used to teach three major things they teach: philosophy, psychology, and they teach either Greek or Latin back in the days. And those are the people who become leaders of the society. But psychology and philosophy is a way of life that once you understand and grasp the way of life, you become wiser. Our forefathers did not go to university. They are intelligent. They are wise. And that's why wisdom transcends beyond the academic paper. You see, my brother have beyond academic paper. So let's talk about education that transcend the four walls of Western colonized mindsets. My brother has something bigger and beyond that. It's called understanding and the application of wisdom. It's acquired knowledge. It's not from the four walls of Uniben. It's acquired knowledge is from the knock of life. Life itself is the knowledge that he has acquired that can engage you in any subject matter, from legal matter to psychological matter to social matter to religious matter. He has a depth of acquired knowledge. He has the full understanding and the application of wisdom. So that is what you call intelligence. That is the true definition of intelligence. You can be academically in the Western world educated to double PhD level, but you don't have intelligence
It's true.
because you lack understanding and you lack wisdom. So when you try to talk a lot of big words to describe my brother, you're missing the meat. I know him better than you do. So the meat
Well,
of it is
I
that
want to thank
you
you guys, man,
transcend
for
life.
all the kind words. I really do appreciate, but I know you guys are greater because it's only great that recognize greatest in anybody. So I appreciate that, that you guys are all saying all this. But, I just look at myself like the ordinary Joe, but I want to thank you guys, man. I really do appreciate it.
Now you have 2 minutes to tell Nigerians why they should key into the idea of death penalty. Because on this program, on this very day, I am going to continue to advocate for a death penalty. I am a Nigerian just like you, but I'm giving you 2 minutes to tell Nigerians, people all over the world watching this program, why we must key into that idea. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Let us go back to Eros past, when we have Nigeria really moving during time of Tafawa Balewa, during time of Abanikoko, and you know uh, Inadi Azikiwe, the great Awolowo, and so many others I didn't mention. I only have 2 minutes. May they are so rest in peace. See, we talk about Heroes Pass. What is a Hero Pass? When Abanikoko, Tafawa Balewa, Awolowo, Azikiwe, when all of them were here, they understand that if we don't have a strict measure to combat crime, there won't no high tech or serious criminality then. They came together unanimously. They agreed that if you take somebody's life, you will pay with your life. If you rob somebody with a gun, it becomes an armed robbery. You will pay with your life. And that kind of puts some fear in people. And also, let also people understand that, if you cannot take the heat, stay away from the kitchen. He also tells people that do unto others as you expect others to do to you in the Bible. He also brought it again about the ATRO that my brother spoke about, MD. You know that if you steal something that don't belongs to you, please, when the thunders strike, which we call Avanuku in Benin, there's no hiding place for you. And that's why there were peace in that era. That's where when your goat leave your house, your goat will crawl back again to your house. That's why when your fowl, you can't find it, your mother can come out and say, oh, no more, who took my fowl should leave my fowl alone, no, because the thunder is about to strike. You will see, people just willingly bring it out because they know. But when the Christians and the Muslims brings their foreign gods to us, then we lose everything that we've ever had because you can steal now and go to church and do thanksgiving. You can steal now and go to mosque and give the imam money. Look at how can it how can you explain this that you have over 15 million children from the age of 10 down to 2 years old who are out of school, who are in the street using plates to beg for food. This is our own common patrimony. And you have people like Asari Dokumbo become Lord in the street with their own private army. Something must be wrong. If you have a strict law that doesn't respect anybody, that if you do what is wrong, you will pay, then Nigeria will become an enviable country in the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chief MD, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, without overflogging the issue, let me sit up properly. Without overflogging the issue, I think death sentence for Nigerian politician is not a way forward because it will not happen. However, let's put considerable little milestone of what is possible. First of all, if you ask me as somebody who is a traditionalist, I'll say let all of us start swearing with the God of our ancestors. If you not swear with God of our ancestors, don't serve. Just carry your politics, religion. Let's remove religion from the national discussion. If we are or we have equal religion at the national discussion. Another thing we should also do is each individual state to have the similar thing like they have in America, individual attorney general of the state, to be a political position, not an appointed position, a contested position, who will uphold the independent law, who will also be able to go after corrupt judges, corrupt politicians, officers, and everything. So it become an independent position where the state governor does not have total control or even any control. The party might, but and then it's independent of its own. It cannot be impeached by the house, by the state house. It can only be voted in or voted out. They are like mini governors of their own. Once we can have that, we will drastically cut 50 to 80% of corruption. EFCC also needs to be abolished or reformed. EFCC should be abolished or limited them to the powers of which they were formed to go after public service, not private individual. And also the final part is remove immunity from public servants, with the exception of the president, but everybody else, including his advisors, his deputy, are not immune from prosecution while they are serving. That way, it will reduce corruption. It will reduce it because they know they can. How many people they want to bribe? If a governor knows he have a state attorney general chasing him, he have EFCC on his back, and they can be prosecuted while they're serving, trust me, corruption will disappear overnight. And that's the fastest, easiest, quickest way to go to address corruption. Or else, alternatively, I know that's your next topic. Alternatively, let us split or have a confederate state with individual prime minister in charge of the resources and or the policing and security of that state, but then of that region. However, when we have that, that region also have to abide by the reformed law, or else we're just going to have the same thing. So for me, I regrettably say this, and I said it with due respect to all Nigerians with dear love, that majority of Nigerians electorate are well ill informed. They are not informed about the democracy we practice, the power of the democracy accorded to them, power they have to vote and put somebody out. Another thing is majority of Nigeria, both domestic and abroad, are very, very gullible, very tribalistic, and deeply religiously ignorant. Even the religion they say they practice, they don't have the depth or the understanding of it. As such, we are manipulated. We look at the Hajj they went. They paid billions to Saudi Arabia. The same Saudi Arabia, every year the federal government sponsor billions to Saudi Arabia, but the Saudi Arabia do not even give you visa free. Who is looking out for the interest of Nigeria? They did not even give them visa free. You still have to apply for visa to where other smaller countries have the same visa, we are visa free. Who is looking out for? Look at common South Africa that Nigerians spent billions of dollars to rescue, train most of their leaders, train them when they were running away, survive them, sustain them. The bastard South Africans today are now trying to chase Nigerians out of South Africa, insinuating all sorts of things that we are corrupt, we are doing drugs. There are areas in there's a town in South Africa that is only white people that live there. Even the cleaning, the security, the post office are by white people. The bastard ungrateful Mwale South African blacks never said anything about those people. One of the biggest political figures in South Africa is an Indian man. That Indian man is a direct lineage from Gandhi, who said in South Africa they should treat them special than the blacks. That same person is the one instigating a lot of stupid bastard South African against Nigeria. Whereas we have South African businesses in Nigeria. If I have the opportunity, I will go to South Africa. God make me like Minister of External Affairs. I go to South Africa and tell them their history and say, listen, watch. Do you know how much your company is making from Nigeria? Tell you what, Intel and all whatnot, we will nationalize it.
MTN.
We will nationalize it. And guess what? We will kick you out of ECOWAS.
Thank you.
Or AU, I mean to say. So these are the things that Nigeria, if we have people, sorry, in the aim of government, we will not have even the issue of corruption. We don't have that yet. Just make me Minister of External Affairs, and what I will do in Africa. Everywhere where Nigeria live, you not honor Nigeria, they will bankrupt. Look at Ghana, stupid Ghana that will give in gas. When it's the truth now.
Thank you.
When we close, no, it's true. When we closed the border, what happened? They were crying. When Tinubu came now, shut off the gas tap. Ghana is now in darkness. They are not saying, "Oh, you don't have light." Now they are begging us now. The stupid Ghana talking to us, the giant of Africa. We don't let me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Their generation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief MD. If I allow you to continue, you continue to speak fire.
My body they bite me. No verse.
Yeah, I understand. You continue to speak fire and fire and fire. We'll not close this program today. First of all, I want to appreciate both of you for taking time out to be part of this program today, even though we had some hiccups yesterday on this program. For me, I'm going to quote what Buhari said. Buhari said, if we do not kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. For me, it is about time for us to begin to chart a new way to eliminate corruption in Nigeria. We need to begin to emulate other countries like Indonesia, Morocco, China, who have death sentence when it comes to issue of bribery and corruption in their nation. If we Nigerians can also chart the same path by enacting a new law that makes it mandatory when you caught in the act of corruption, you'll be executed. I think that will serve as a deterrent to others who are waiting to elude or to be corrupted by their fellow Nigerians. So on this note, I'm going to say good night, everyone. Thank you, Chief Dr. Patrick Osage.
Thank you for having us.
I'm going to
Thank
continue.
you, my brother.
I'm going to continue to chart your way. I believe in that cause. Death penalty for any corrupt politician. They must be put to firing squad. They must be executed so that we can have a better Nigerian and live a better Nigeria for our children yet unborn. Thank you. I'm signing out.
Thank you. Bye.